NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here in Memphis, we have an interconference matchup with the Grizzlies looking to create some cheers for this crowd. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland, Brandon Knight is out there with Harden. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Powell in at the 4 spot. Good!
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done. No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Felton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
To the middle. Here's Powell. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Here's Knight following the basket by Raymond Felton, and Adams kicks to Harden. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Harden's got 5 now.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Pass to Muhammad. Puts it up from 7. Bullock with the rebound.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams. Not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
First team foul.
Here's Okafor. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Griffin, and it's blocked by Adams.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's Felton. The Cavaliers making the shot. He dishes it to Muhammad. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Griffin. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The shot is off. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Felton. Okafor with the screen on Knight. Felton the pass to Okafor. He feeds it to Muhammad. Cranes the three-pointer. Muhammad's got 5 now. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Lenz checked in for Okafor. C.J. Miles comes in for Muhammad. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Raymond Felton. Here's Robertson. Kicks it to Miles. From downtown, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey. That's his first foul. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. Here's Miles. Here's Griffin. And the layup's good off the glass. Griffin's got his second bucket.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points. And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. And part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And here are the Grizzlies. A big stretch here going 10-2. Now here is Jack, guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And he gets it to go.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Robertson, guarded by Harden. Pass to Robertson to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. The 11-footer. Jack missing again.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Cavaliers lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting, because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
Hamid is out there with Len. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jack in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Dishes it to Muhammad. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Baseline jumper. Here's Len, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to one or two plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
So it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Jack kicks to left. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Knight in the corner. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Felton's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Bullock's checked in. Felton dishes to Barton. Inside. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got 6.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Powell, that's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Okafor, off target with the jump hook. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9, and that one's good. And now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Here's Barton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon, because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Bullock passes to Hezonja. There's the dish to Bullock. Count the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. He's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Picked by Okafor. One kicks to Muhammad. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Muhammad's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
1:53 left to play in the first half. Feeds it to Miles. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got 3 assists now in this one. Cavaliers trailing. Harden outside. He kicks to Bullock. The tray goes right. Through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. Over to the wing. Now Miles. He's got 5. 3 on the clock. AC with the rebound. Griffin with the steal. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. Cleveland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Brandon Knight.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Picked by Okafor. Griffin dishes to Miles. Miles with another miss.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. They're going back to the 3-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Off the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Harden right side. The pass to Kaminsky. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now an 8-point Cleveland lead. And that does it for the first half of play. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Brandon Knight. And Brandon, how do you break down this game so far and what you guys need to do in the second half?
We're moving the ball really well right now and, really finding an open man. So, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. And but the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, there's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Memphis.
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Reggie Bullock. Adams is out there with Powell. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
Here's Knight. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 8 points for Brandon Knight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Muhammad. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Muhammad's got 9.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home, and a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Griffin can't cash in from the high post.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for second-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. Muhammad was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Jack passes to Barton. Griffin kicks to Jack, and it's blocked by Adams. And they'll keep possession. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. It's deflected. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
You know, Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice the defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Alex Lenz checked in for Okafor. Adams dishes to Powell. Shot off the pick. Again, the miss by Harden
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
And with that shot, the Cleveland leaders cut to just 11 on the basket from Barton.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
On the wing, Harden.